Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 19th of 2022. We are just a couple of days out from the final episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show by Joby and Deborah Chow, as well as other creators that really handled the actual series and exactly how that's all going to come to a close by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing that a lot of fans have been very on edge over is exactly how this series is going to come to an end. Now, we already know that Joby has not been in the best spot recently, especially by Disney executives and Disney CEO, as well as how the fandom views him as a writer now. Now, we obviously know that a lot of people around the globe are very unhappy with the Kenobi series for valid reasons, especially with Episode 5's ending, which, by the way, I thought was the best episode, but the ending was terribly written. I'm sorry, but Vader would have never let anybody live that knew his identity, let alone somebody that used to be a Padawan and infiltrated the Empire. Obviously, that's bad writing in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but pretty much it is. And when you think about it like this, we also know that there are others out there that are criticizing the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series for very real reasons. There's no doubt about that. You know, when you look at everything in the past, like The Last Jedi or Solo: A Star Wars Story, a lot of fans like to offer criticism because of the things that they don't like, and then Lucasfilm returns and labels you some key things that you are, alright? And it just comes off as very childish. It comes off as very, not all that professional at all, very unprofessional, and they have to really clean themselves up quite a bit. Now, focusing on actress Gina Carano, alright, she recently was promoting her movie Terror on the Prairie, talking more about that, and she was eventually questioned about her experience on the sets of Star Wars, especially The Mandalorian Season 2, and exactly what she thinks about the Kenobi series. Now, in a recent interview with actress Gina Carano about her new film Terror on the Prairie, she was eventually questioned about her experience on the set of Disney's Star Wars The Mandalorian, and what she thinks about the Kenobi show that is almost up to its final episode already for the fandom to witness. Now, Gina Carano went on to state the following to fans: "I don't really know if I want to repeat my experience with the whole thing that happened with Lucasfilm, but what I do want to focus on, quickly, and tell the fans are my thoughts on Lucasfilm's latest project. It's no surprise here that the Kenobi show is once again something that fans are upset about by Lucasfilm. I saw the same thing happen with The Rise of Skywalker and That Last Jedi movie. I took the time to check out the series, and I am already somewhat knowledgeable with the prequels, but I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan. I just never understood why Lucasfilm can never just give what the fans have been asking for and want. We see Disney allowing that with Marvel for the most part. I mean, sure, more so with the movies than the shows, but still, this series was really lacking support for the fans that really supported the brand for decades. The fans that bought the merchandise that was worth thousands of dollars, or seeing movies more than 3 times in theaters. Of course, it's not surprising to me that a character like Kenobi would only get a 6-part series. Meanwhile, a character like Andor or Ahsoka would get multiple seasons right off the bat. And now that there are a lot of fans raising their voices, there is lots of talk about a Season 2 already in the works for Kenobi. I'm really not surprised. I'm really not. It sounds like damage control. It just seems like that the OG characters, the characters that fans grew up with, that are played by the original actors, prequels or originals, whatever, just get annihilated if it's being done by the original actor. For example, I love what they did with Luke and Mando 2 that I was involved in, but that would have never happened if it was Mark Hamill playing Luke in a movie. That's just the truth. I don't really want to dive into my full thoughts on this Kenobi show because it may come off as repetitive, but even Darth Vader, you have Vader, one of the best characters of all time, and not even being played by Hayden half the time in the suit. So let me just stop right there for 1 second. I don't know if you guys know about that controversy right now. There is a guy that played Vader a lot in the suit. He did a lot of the action scenes, I believe, in episode 2 or 3. Episode 3, rather. In episode 3, it wasn't really Hayden in the suit. You know, we had this guy that played him, and he wasn't even compensated by Disney. It's a big controversy if you guys want to actually dive into it, but it is something that just kind of comes off as gross and very sad for the actor that played Vader. You know, everything related to that. So, at the end of the day, we already know that people like, you know, Disney and Lucasfilm, there's a lot of points in time where they just don't really seem to care about some of their fans, or even some of their actors, or some of the stuntmen that actually work on the shows and the movies. You know, we've seen this time and time again, of people complaining about Disney and Lucasfilm. But moving forward from all of this, alright, Gina goes on to state, and that's another thing about Hayden, who is great, by the way. I got the chance to meet him, and he is the kindest guy on earth. You barely see him in all 4 episodes. She has a point. Until we reach episode 5 and forget about the finale, it looks like Hayden's face is done for now. So I don't know, it comes off like a marketing ploy by Lucasfilm to use a beloved actor to boost ratings or viewings, whatever. Separate from what Gina Carano stated, she also tapped into the creativity behind the series. Carano said, "I thought it was ridiculous that fans can't even offer fair criticism without being called something. I don't really want to say that word here, but it's the truth. It's as if criticism is not allowed and something forbidden to use. For now, I am glad that fans are voicing their opinions louder and louder, and I encourage everyone to keep it all up." Now, let me just stop right here for 1 second. Now, the thing about everything related to Gina Carano, it's very sad what happened back in February of 2021. I mean, can you believe it's been like, you know, over a year and a half already? It's crazy. But when you look at that, alright, everything related to Disney Star Wars, alright, they need a lot of improvement. And it really comes off like if John and Dave are not involved, it doesn't really have that, you know, full creative scale and the roots to George Lucas's vision. And that's, I think, why the Kenobi series suffered. Not only did it borrow scripts from the Kenobi movie, which, by the way, were supervised by Kathleen Kennedy, but it also was written by a guy that's really not a fan, a guy that never even watched Revenge of the Sith, Joby. So, Deborah Chow as a director, I mean, yes, she did some good work on some episodes, but let's face it, there's a lot of directing problems in the series. I mean, another big one for me I really want to point out real fast is when Kenobi and Leia are trying to get past that gate in episode 3 on that world, I forgot the name of it, that mining world. When they're going over there, they could have just easily, like, crossed the gate on one end that was clearly open. So there's a lot of sloppy editing in here, a lot of sloppy choices that really don't make much sense, and everything that happened to that Darth Vader actor, once again, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You know, again, you guys can go ahead and look up that controversy, but overall, you know, I think that everything related to the Kenobi series was rushed. When I found out that it was only filmed in 2 months, when I found out that very day that they wrapped filming, I was just like, already? That's fast. That's a little way too fast. Because even Mandalorian Season 2 took, you know, more than half the time to film than the Kenobi series. And that really tells you a lot. And it goes to show you why it lacks quality. But anyways, drop a comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And I'll catch you guys next time.